I had to literally call my parole officer today. I had to swallow my pride and let them know that I need counseling. Is it any type of, counseling guidance that they give people that have been, recently released out of prison? And the denial, thinking that I didn't need any counseling, I didn't need anybody to talk to, stem from me feeling like I was okay simply because anybody that know me during the course of my prison bid, I stood strong. I ain't go through some of the stuff a lot of dudes went through, and I thought I wasn't traumatized. But just because something doesn't happen to you directly, just seeing it can traumatize you. And I'm just finding that out. I know there's a lot of people that already knew that, but I just found that out for myself. Just being encapsulated around certain things, seeing how people do other people. And, it affected me psychologically to the point where I had to wake up every day and the only emotion I could show was aggression. Because in prison, any situation, any altercation you get into, it's not just that, it's people always on the sideline thinking, well, if you don't handle that how they think a macho man to handle it, you a punk. And that gonna lead to what no real man finna go through. So having to be in an environment that the only emotion I can express was aggression, and wearing that for all those years, clear cut hyper aggression affected me to the point where I lash out quick in a conversation if I feel the conversation is not going my way, and it's starting to affect the only meaningful relationships that I have in my life. And I ain't think prison to do me like that. But it's hard for me to turn the aggression off. So I had to sit down on my lunch break and understand that I might lose my wife. I'm a man, I always took pride in knowing I never put my hands on a woman, but I'm just not learning. Talking to a woman aggressively and raising your voice is a form of abuse. And I've been mentally abusing my wife. So, and it's kind of at the point where I feel like I'm losing her, but regardless of if I lose or not, I know I'm in the wrong. I still got to get help. If I put myself in a position or situation where I make somebody get violent with me, and that it ain't even had to go that way. Me being hyper aggressive from the psychological effects of prison is dulling my conflict resolution skills, because I do know how to avoid trouble when I'm being mindful. But like I said, I swallowed my pride and I told my parole officer what was going on. And that took a lot for me, because honestly, I ain't want to never feel as a man that I was lost. But then I had to come to the realization that, hey, Debo, you just got out of prison. That alone shows at some point in time you was misguided and lost. And I'm still going through my rehabilitation. So any guy that been in prison and getting out, your rehabilitation still continue while you out. If you need help, seek help. If you need help, seek help. I'm finna go get me some counseling.